Do you think we're all trying to find meaning, to feel satisfied and happy? I know that sometimes when I feel a little down, I might shop online and purchase something to make me feel happy. It does make me feel happy for a little bit, and then it wears off. Or I think if I reach some goal, then I'll be satisfied. I've heard that even some Olympic gold medal winners reportedly feel depressed a short time after winning. That's when they're supposed to be on top of the world. But even winning gold doesn't permanently satisfy. I had a friend who once told me he used to think that finding a great job and winning a wonderful woman as his bride would bring him lasting happiness. But even though he'd achieved both of those goals, he still did not feel complete. I could identify. I used to try filling the void or longing in my soul with trying to find the perfect boyfriend or achieving high grades. But this too did not bring lasting happiness. Anyone familiar with the musical Pippin will find that the main character is trying to fill this emptiness as well. As the play starts, Pippin tells us through song, of course, he is trying to search for the real meaning and purpose of his life in his song Corner of the Sky. Pippin thinks that being a war hero would bring satisfaction, so he tries to being a soldier, but finds out he doesn't like war. He tries to find something completely fulfilling, but fails time and time again. Women don't satisfy him, neither does power, even after he overthrows his father's throne. He even tries religion and family life, but he gets bored and says he'd rather trade his ordinary life for one extraordinary act. He's then encouraged by another player to end his life by going out in a blaze of glory by surrendering his life to the flames. Fortunately, he is stopped by some friends at the last minute from committing the pointless suicide. There is actually a name for this void that we all have. In the late 1600s, Blaise Pascal, a theologian, wrote a book defending Christianity. In it, he said, "There is a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of each man which cannot be satisfied by any created thing, but only by God the Creator, made known through Jesus Christ." It seems we have this emptiness in us that truly can only be filled by our Creator and a relationship with Him. Nothing else seems to stick. Back 2,000 years ago in the book of Acts, the people of Athens were also searching for God. Paul stood before the meeting of the Areopagus and said, "People of Athens, I can see you are very religious in all things. As I was going through your city, I saw the objects you worship. I found an altar that had these words written on it, 'To a God who is not known.' You worship a God that you do not know, and this is the God I am telling you about. The God who made the whole world and everything in it is the Lord of the land and the sky. He does not live in temples built by human hands. This God is the one who gives life, breath, and everything else to people. He does not need help from them. He has everything he needs. God began by making one person, and from him came all the different people who live everywhere in the world. God decided exactly when and where they must live. God wanted them to look for him and perhaps search all around for him and find him, though he is not far from any of us. As you can see, when God created humans, he wanted them to look around for him and search for him. This is one of God's plans, and in doing so, he created this hole that can't be filled by any other. In short, this God-shaped hole was created by God for us to look for him. Even 1,000 years earlier, King Solomon wrote in the book of Ecclesiastes, "God has also set eternity in the human heart, that no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." When I first heard the song "Show Yourself" from Frozen 2, I hadn't yet seen the movie. When I heard it, I thought, I know what Elsa is seeking. She's seeking the Creator God. Although I guess Disney did not have that in mind, I think we can make some connections. Elsa sings, "Something is familiar, like a dream I can reach but not quite hold. I can sense you there, like a friend I've always known." In 1 Corinthians, Paul writes, "For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known." Paul has been describing our knowledge of God and his ways as incomplete or partial. Paul now describes his partial knowledge of God as seeing a reflection in a dim mirror. Perhaps he had in mind Corinth's famous bronze mirrors, known for their imperfect reflections. But when we reach heaven, however, we will see God face to face, knowing him in person instead of through partial revelation. Elsa also cries out, "Show yourself! I'm dying to meet you. Show yourself. It's your turn. Are you the one I've been looking for all of my life?" Jesus answers this very same question. He says in John, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really know me, you will know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him and have seen him." In Matthew, Jesus says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be opened." Back in college, when my boyfriend broke up with me and my grades had dropped, I became depressed. I couldn't sleep and was filled with worry. Then a girl in my college dorm room asked me if I'd prayed about it. I really had never prayed on my own before, even though I'd gone to church plenty of times as a kid. But one morning when I awoke, filled with anxiety, I prayed. I felt peace that I hadn't felt before. I started to attend a Christian fellowship and start reading the Bible. It was at a retreat that I would say I really met Jesus. I found that he loved me as I was, with all my faults. I didn't have to impress him with grades or anything at all. He just wanted a relationship with me. He wanted to lead me and teach me, and yet it still wasn't just about me. Jesus loves me so that I might make him known, his ways, his glory, and his salvation among the nations. Kind of like I'm doing right now with you. This is the purpose we all have, to enjoy God's grace and to extend his glory. Sadly, in the movie Frozen, Elsa discovers that the voice inside her has really been inside her all along. A classic Disney self-empowerment theme. I was really disappointed. I mean, seriously, as much as I like myself, I'd be disappointed if I was the only thing to find. What about you? What have you been trying to fill your God-shaped vacuum with? Will that something you are searching for ever truly provide lasting joy and satisfaction? In closing, I'd like to share this music video with you I put together. I'm singing Elsa's song, sung imperfectly by me, along with video clips of Jesus meeting women who had the same question Elsa had. Are you the one I've been looking for all my life? From the women at the well who had to go, the woman at the well who had to go get water in the middle of the day because she was a social outcast, to the woman with a bleeding disorder, to the woman caught in adultery who was about to be stoned. Jesus saw each woman and loved her. He pointed her to himself as the one she was looking for. He said to the woman at the well, "But whoever drinks the water that I give him will never be thirsty again." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water so that I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw water. I know that the Messiah is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us." Then Jesus declared, "I, the one speaking to you, I am he."
Every inch of me is trembling, but not from the cold. Something is familiar, like a dream I can reach, but not quite hold. I can sense you there,
With your